Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Monster Musume no Iru Nichijou, or Everyday Life with Monster Girls, Chapter 64. Now, I did take notes for a review for Chapter 63, but it would only be like a few minutes long, so I was like, I kind of feel like I'd be ripping everybody off if they had to just watch a 2-3 minute review and then have to wait another week for the next chapter. So I'm just doing Chapter 64 this week, and the review will be sometime. I don't know if I'll just do a super short review whenever I get time, just sometime over the course of the week, just on its own, not taking up another video time slot or anything, or if I'll wait until I catch up maybe, because I think we're only going to, 67, and then I just do a massive review, like 30 minutes or so, where I discuss Chapter 63 through 67 altogether. I haven't decided. I think either of those would be a good way to do things. If there's a way that you'd prefer me to do things, then just let me know. But yeah, just let me know. Somebody did mention 12 Beast in the comments last time. I think 12 Beast, did I already say that 12 Beast was replacing this? I don't know if I did anywhere. But I'll probably do 12 Beast once I'm caught up to this. So what, 4 more weeks? Yeah, we'll be caught up to this. And then 12 Beast will replace this video slot. But yeah, that is it for now. Let's start reading. So chapter 64, we just finished with the one arc, and I'm kind of hoping to see some more of the other characters that we didn't get to see much during that Lamia arc. Starting off with a color page though at the end with Yuki. Alright. Or is it Yukio? Okay, it's Yukio. Alright. Welcome to the Arctic Inn. Please allow me to collect your belongings. I am the owner of this inn, Yukio. Sirs, shall I take you to your accommodations, or will you, or will you, of course. Shall I take you to your accommodations, or will you, of course. Then, please, this way to the onsen. Okay. Welcome to the Arctic Inn's famous luxury bath. So, as to not cause disturbances to the other guests, we kindly ask you maintain an appropriate level of decorum. Now then, please enjoy the bath. Okay, and I think we saw this as sort of like a little one-off panel. I wonder if this is getting made into its own chapter then, about the girls at the bath now. I think we saw this as like in one of the volume releases as like an omake or something about the or just like a gag at the end of one of the chapters that now they have monster girls there. Alright. Cute. I like their designs and all, but like I've said before, I'm not a fan of how, like, instead of just introducing a couple of girls here and there and developing them as actual characters, we're just getting a bunch of designs that don't really mean anything because they're not being made into actual characters. Nice to meet you. Okay, let's have fun. Mind if I sit here? So maybe this is sudden, but let's find out what they want from a homestay partner. Basically, I think I'm looking for someone with a big house. I mean, you can see my body is pretty big. I'm definitely looking for a place without too much to get in the way of flying, so anywhere with a ton of power lines is gonna be a no-go. I want a place where I can really stretch my legs. If there's nature and stuff nearby, even better. If that's the case, my place is perfect. My house is crazy large. I live pretty far outside the city, so there shouldn't be many power lines. I live out in the country, so we got nature for days. I want to see some pictures later. Actually, I'm not interested in where you live or anything. I'm looking for someone who's energetic down there. Then I'm your guy. Really? Then, I'll just have to see for myself. How's the water temperature treating you, Caruso? Just out of nowhere. Just the jump to the monochrome with Caruso here with that face. Oh, so good. It's fine, but plenty warm here. Haha. Oh, that's good. I'll be right over here, so if you need anything, just be sure to let me know. Do you have any other preferences for a homestay, or... Oh, I guess I do need someone who can cheer me every once in a while. Phew, that was close. Can't let my guard down for a second. This job's tougher than I thought. Okay, so he is purposefully doing this. I apologize for the abrupt timing of my request, and thank you for responding so quickly. I do like this, though. I love I know I just said that I don't like getting all these random designs that mean nothing because they're not being developed into actual characters, but this is something I do love, how we introduce the characters and we come back to them here and there to develop them further. So I love this, coming back to Yukio to let her get more development. Alright. Your task will be to act as onsen lifeguards. Onsen lifeguards, says Mia. When Miss Smith said she suddenly had a job request for us at the end, I didn't really get around to asking what it was, but what exactly do you mean? Lifeguards like at a pool or something? Allow me to explain. Iran is prospering and prides itself on being a prime location for extra-species exchange activities. In particular, our mixed bathing couples events, or the dating pool, is quite popular. Alright, there's a knockoff Tionisha. Oh, is that the shark girl from like the end cards from the anime? That's cute, it looks kind of like her. And then, I like this forearm girl's design. Beyond that, many extra species persons make use of our bathing facilities. Oh, the little fairy bath. So, what you mean is, we must pledge ourselves to the watch and prevent any accidents from occurring, correct? Yes, and it seems that quite often when a match goes well, our guests, great match, attempt to take the next step without first leaving the onsen. Alright. And their reaction faces. Up until now, I've been keeping an eye on them. However, given the attire required for me to enter the bath, the atmosphere is quite ruined, so how is the water? We just have her looming. That is where I would ask for your assistance in keeping watch. Yeah, that getup is a bit much. Indeed, while we have been bustling with guests seeking this extra species exchange, we also have quite a few customers here for other purposes. Many of the previously successfully paired couples visit quite often for retreats. We also host various species who come for our specialized services tailored to their unique needs. Aw, they're cute. Of course, the majority of guests maintain decorum while participating in the dating pool. For those guests as well, it is paramount we maintain a watchful eye. We must put the more rambunctious activities on ice. I ask you to firmly, yet gently, put a stop to any such activities. Oh, and Meadow is here too. We finally get to see her do something. I don't think she was shown at all last chapter. I think she was the only one that wasn't shown at all. Hey, big guy, I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Can you take me back to your room and take care of me? Cold! Let me open a window for you. Are you alright? Let's save it for when I warm up a bit. Of course, Mia using the reptile's weakness against them. This lukewarm sauna isn't so bad, huh? Even insect-type species like me can enjoy it. I don't do so well with the heat, not to mention. I like her design, that's cool. I want to see more insect girls. Around this temperature is when I can move just how I want. So, how about it? Want to see, just how I want to move? And then, please, excuse us. It's Loily time? Please excuse the intrusion. Let's go outside. And Sue is just spraying onto the coals. Okay, maybe was that a joke about steam or smoke not being good for bugs? And then mermaid species onsen tank. Her blurb. Didn't quite catch that, love. If you don't, her shark-like hair is hilarious. If you don't say no, that means you don't mind it right here and now, right? And then his oxygen tank gets loosened. Wow, are you alright? Oh my, this is quite the emergency. Let's get you to the surface for a moment. It's so hot. All the heat from the onsen is wearing me out like crazy. I'd get something to drink quick, and then we see Poppy just with the little fairies. He stares over at her. Phew. And now, the phone ringing. Miss Smith. Miss Smith. Darling, how are you holding up? I guess I'm hanging in there. For someone doing a part-time job in onsen, I'm basically zero notice. Aw, come on, don't be like that. You're basically my last hope here. Yukio-san struck up a partnership deal with Polt's Kobold Corporation to help expand her business, which is fine, but Polt's still traveling abroad finding new employees, so she couldn't help her so she new employee, so she couldn't be around to help. Apparently, she's trying to start up a gym branch overseas or something. And I love that the Pulp Fan or TTF, the translator, has been written in as her interpreter. I love this. That's so good. Until Polk gets home from abroad to deal with the problems, I needed you to pick up the slack as a part-time gig. Sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah, but that's no reason to ask someone to work with zero notice. But darling, you just spent a ton of money on a trip abroad, didn't you? This is perfect for you. How'd she know about that? Besides, wasn't this whole mixed bathing matching thing your idea to begin with? I'm not saying it's your fault or anything, but as an act of good faith, don't you think you should be the one taking care of this? Anyway, we really need to solve this ourselves, otherwise a certain private company is bound to step in, and we see the president again. Government doing a terrible job? I mean, obviously it's terrible, right? Just leave it to us. We're extremely professional. This isn't a job for some bureaucracy. We have real talent for excellent customer service. Or rather, they're ahead of us in a lot already. The government's always slow on the uptake. That said, if people lose any more faith in the government, we're liable to lose control of the extra-species exchange arrangement entirely. And if that happens, it won't be good for anyone, human or extra-species. That's what we want to avoid most of all. Okay, but you do realize I'm a private citizen too, so if that's the case, shouldn't someone like you, who's part of the government, be doing this instead? Oh, so sorry, Mr. Darling. Something just came up over here. I'll call you later, okay? Darling, I tried being polite and stuff with this guest, but they still won't stop. You have to help me, darling. What? Saria, master. My apologies for interrupting your rest. Madame Yukio has already been informed about the situation. However, she's currently dealing with another group of guests. Don't worry about it. So, who's the guest causing trouble? Foo. Since we'll be living together, do you not agree 'tis better to become closer? And the water is truly fine and splendid. And we see, QB girl. Oh my, it seems I'm not the only one feeling quite good, am I? Something of issue? The water is just splendid, thank you. No, it's not that, it's... you mean this position of mine, do you not? I must apologize for its unsightly nature, but my tail is proving quite the hindrance. You must forgive me, but this is oh so much more comfortable. Damn her, she's not even trying to hide it anymore. So I'll ask you nicely not to stare. 'Tis almost as though you are implying I am doing something untoward. Now, shall there be anything else? Or would you presume to doubt a guest's word without any proof? That's not... We have angry Saria and Mia. Of course not. Darling, we would never presume to accuse a guest. However, I will need to ask you to leave the onsen, unfortunately. Oh? I presume you have a reason to ask me to leave? We kindly ask guests with tails possessing a particularly large quantity of fur to make use of a mandatory tail cover. Loose fur can cause drainage issues. I see. I see. This is already the case, isn't it? Unfortunately, I must ask you to wear one and re-enter the bath after we finish necessary cleaning. I apologize for the inconvenience. Oh, yes, well, see to it then. And Mia and Saria, relieved. Dear sir? Maro, don't tell me there's an issue over here, too. This guest will not listen no matter what I tell her. And it's another dryad. Oof. Who was it when I did my list all those times ago? Did I put Key as #1 best girl? It was between Key and Polt for me. Geez, I think I might have, though. 'Cause Dryad Girl does it for me. I apologize, but can you please leave me alone? I've finally found a good partner, so I'd like to make sure he's mine right now, thank you. It seems he likes me too, and I like him. Since that's the case, if I do everything he wants right now to cement this relationship, the danger of the relationship falling apart later goes away. So, if you'll excuse me, Miss, the onsen's water is is only for bathing purposes, and she's absorbing it. If you absorb the water through your roots, it will inconvenience our other guests. Also, Dryad is now serving somebody's pregnancy fetish. That's why Key could be like lolliform Key, could be big, beautiful Dryad form Key, like, and anywhere in between. You could have any body proportions for Key that you wanted. If you absorb the water through your roots, it'll inconvenience the other guests. I got too excited and absorbed too much water without thinking. And we have Giant Belly Dryad. Hey, what's your problem? Hands off my man. Yeah, I was talking to him first. And we have I'm assuming, another Dragonoot, or maybe that's an actual dragon. And a Echidna type Lamia, it looks like. Yeah, I was talking to him first. We're obviously a better match, so you should just shove off. That's not true. I totally like him more. So sorry, he's into big breasts, so that obviously means I'm better for him. I'm a G cup, but mine are like way bigger. I'm an H cup. I guess then, whoever gets him off is the winner. Whoever gets him off first, that is. Please excuse me. Fighting is clearly against the rules, so I'm going to have to ask you to leave the bath. And he just guards them. Oh, come on. And I love Mia and Saria's restraints. Saria just with the full-on grab. Darling, miss, master, miss. And all of them are tired. Man, it never stops. What's with these people? Honestly, says Saria. Feels like we've really made some headway, so so we can take a break, though. Shall we prepare dinner, then? I'm very sorry to interrupt, but before you do that, I require your assistance. Wah, Yukio-san! They've finally arrived. The most troublesome of all our guests. And she's freezing everything. I cannot deal with them alone. Please, I beg your help. Wow, we're like totally... Oh, the demon girls. Wow, we're like totally in a mixed bath, and they're talking like gyarus. I didn't know Japan had this super cool culture stuff. I was so looking forward to this. I just couldn't sleep at all last night. I'm always so horny after staying up all night. Now then, where are they keeping the men around here? And see, they all have the typical hentai tattoo mark, but I don't think Lilith has that. They're succubi. I'm freaking out. Oh man, succubi at a mixed bath is bad news. No matter how many times I warn them, they kept brushing me off like they're not even listening. You've got to do anything you can to reach out to our male guests before they get to the bath. Please, somehow you have to stop them. Oh, men spotted. Alright. Hey, so what kind of stuff are you into? What are your favorite positions? I like it from behind the best. Huh, you look just like a girl. Foo. You don't mind girls my size, right? Ah, maybe you're nervous. You're nice and hard down here, though. So how about we see how our bodies match? You guys, can all go for at least 5 shots, right? We'll be real gentle, okay? Remember to switch guys after the first shot, okay? Now then, let's eat. Oh shit, this is no time for a gentle warning. If I don't stop them now, they're gonna go all the way. Excuse me, you can't do that. Kya, you're like, gonna watch us? This place has great service. What? It's so much hotter when someone's watching. It gets me so hot. They're invincible. Wait, no, there has to be some way to stop them. But, this is like succubus culture, If you, try to stop us, you're basically saying succubus culture is wrong. Since this place is supposed to be all about cultural exchange, are you really okay with saying something like that? That's not the same. What's that? I didn't know this was that kind of hotel. Really? It's okay to do it then. Want to go for it? And then everybody else joins in. This is bad. Everyone around them is getting into the mood now too. I have to stop them, but I can't think of a way to do it. If this keeps up, I'm gonna lose control completely. It'll all be over. What do I do? And then we have Poppy just in the middle of all of them, all of their faces. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, can you hear me? What we're doing is, that's what should be obvious, right? What? What is what? What is what? Hey, what is it? That's obviously, we're going to have sex. I know that, but why in the bath? Hey, why are you doing it in the bath? Why are you doing that? Hey, I don't feel like it anymore. Hey, and she's still yelling at them. Thank you. I cannot thank you all enough. After our little incident, I had a nice long chat with our succubi guests. We've come to an understanding. From now on, I believe we'll need a contract for certain species to ensure strict compliance with our stated rules. It really can be a bother with certain species, who, for example, might start an orgy in front of everyone. Don't you think? Says Ragnara to Mia. Shut up. Stop looking at me like that. Besides, you didn't even help out at all. However, from the succubi's point of view, what they did was quite normal, so perhaps for them it was nothing too serious. For their species, getting excited at a mixed bath may just be unavoidable. Be that as it may, while one of the purposes of cultural exchange is precisely to learn about other species, culture, and common sense, one must still obey the rules. Well, the rules being that strict does make things a little awkward. Speaking of the rules, strictly speaking, those only apply within the bathing area and in proper. I'm sure someone who can follow those rules will certainly find somewhere else to get to know one another better. Well, it's gotten pretty late, so let's get some dinner. I'm starving. Agreed. Once you have finished dinner, we shall return to work. The baths are open until midnight, of course. What? We open again at 5 a.m., so please be prepared for the morning as well. So, when do we get a break? This is some place for a part-time job. Alright. Very, very lewd. I feel like, again, I've said it before, the series progression has gotten like way lewder over the more recent chapters than what like the early game was. There's a lot more like legitimate direct sex, but they don't like actually really show it because it's not a hentai. Yeah, there's like a lot more of that direct stuff and a lot more of just literally less comedy and more just show the boobs than there was in the early bits of the series. But, I don't know, it's still funny, it's still good. I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of chapters really do capture that magic of what made earlier Monmusu so special, and a lot of chapters, you know, it's varying degrees, some more than others do. But I thought this was fun. I thought it was really funny. Again, it was literally basically all about sex, but it was funny. It was really good. I thought that some of the reactions and some of the things they did were just so great. But yeah, I guess that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want to link it to the Discord server asking, I'll give you one. And if you want to help support the channel to help me keep making these videos, it's patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that does help. But either way, thank you just so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.